G'day, I'm Rod Hennefy. G'day all, it's Rod Hennefy from Truck Right. We just wanted to do a quick 5-minute follow-up on our Sharing Rest Areas video that we've released. Thank you to all those who've shared it about, the positive messages we've received. The aim is, of course, to make sure that we all have somewhere to pull up safe, whether you're tired, whether you need a break, whether you're a truck driver or a caravaner. We all need those places. And if we argue about it and we just whinge about it, nothing will change. If we do something positive like that video, if we get together and work together with caravan industry, trucking industry, and we can do something together, then we get a better outcome for all. One of the things I wanted to follow up on is Channel 18. Now, we spoke about it quickly in the video. I started Channel 18 as the Caravanners channel back in 1999, and in those days, we used it across 3 formats, across the American radios. They were 23 channel sets. We had the CB radios and we had UHF, and 18 was the only suitable channel we could use at that time. It is a bit in the middle, but it is recognised by the Australian Communications Authority, much like Channel 40 is the road channel or the truckies channel. It's not legislated, but it's recognised, and 18 is recognised as the RVers channel. I really thank the Caravan and Motorhome Association. They used to use Channel 20. They've also come to 18. So again, that spreads the number of people, spreads the message, and the more people that use it, the better. So we'd like a bit of feedback from you. Has it been helpful to you on a trip? Has it helped you get somewhere safely? And look, it's one of the things I've struggled with caravans. You can certainly get to some through the industry magazines. You can get to some through club magazines. But how do we get to those individual caravanners who go and do their one Christmas trip a year? We want them to be safe. We want them to recognise that we really don't get a holiday, and we're all going to be out on the road delivering the food and the fuel that they can enjoy while they're on that holiday. Geez, that fly's a bugger. And we want you to get home safely, the same as we do. So, have you got Channel 18? Are you aware of it? Do you use 40? And you are welcome to use 40. But the reason 18 came about initially was some truckies think they're the only 2 blokes on earth with a UHF, and they'll have a bad day and they'll tell you all about the failings of life. Now, you might not want to hear that, but if you're on 18 as a caravaner and there's a couple of you travelling together and your van's assigned, you can talk about how pretty the flowers are or where you're having your next cup of tea, and that won't worry us either. There is a bit of separation, but you can swap channels. It's not that hard. There is a button, and we want you to be safe. We want to be able to communicate with you, and that's why 18 was started. So, have you got a sign? How big is it? Have you had comments? Does it help you? And right now, I will give you an apology for any truckie that calls you up on 18 and abuses you. Of course, if I could find him, I'd give him a boot and a bum, but I can't do that. So we don't want the truckies to do the wrong thing either. They've got to respect you, and we want mutual respect on the road. So I hope you had a good Christmas. We're all back on the road. We, of course, never stopped. We wanted to raise the issue of our truckies' top 10 tips. Now, here we have number 1. And that is, please don't cut in front of trucks at lights or on the highway. I'm sure you've all seen it. I've had people in vans say exactly the same thing. People don't realise how big our van is and how long it takes us to stop. You multiply that by about 15 or 20 and you're sitting closer to where we are. So we want people to recognise safety on the road. We don't teach them enough, is certainly my belief. We don't teach young people how to share the road with trucks, and I'm afraid they do something silly in front of the truck. There's a major accident, we get the blame, that person doesn't go home, and nobody wins. So one of the things I'd like to see improved for the future is education of young people about sharing the road with trucks. A really topical thing, of course, is licences for caravans. Technically, you can drive your Mini Moke for the last 20 years and go to and from work, and tomorrow you can get 2 tonne of 4-wheel drive and 2 tonne of van that's nearly the size of a semi and hit the highway. I'm sure you've all seen people that you don't think should be driving on the road, whether they're in a van or a truck. And how do you change that? Do we have some form of endorsement, license qualification? When you buy your van, do they offer you any advice? Even about sharing the road with trucks. What can we do there? So if you help us, we'll help you. We've got Truck That Up available now on Facebook. We're doing Truck That videos for our industry. We've sought their feedback on rest areas, and again, if you think that you know an area that needs a rest area, that you see it's full, by all means let us know. And we're going to carry on, we're going to film these Truckies Top 10 Tips. Of course, the second one, many of you will know, is over there, the Do Not Overtake Turning Vehicle sign. Now, I've seen some vanners even have that on their vans, and if you are over 7.5 metres in length, you are entitled to put the sign on. But do you know what it means? Do you know where it leaves you legally? If you're in a car and you come past that sign when that vehicle is turning, you're liable for any damage to the truck. So, all of these things we understand because we're on the road all the time. You may or may not be. You may be a vanner that's on the road all the time going and doing fruit picking, and you may be able to afford to live on the road. Congratulations. But there's a lot of people that come and go. They're only on there at a short time. How do we get to them? How do we help them? And how do we educate them? We need your help to do that. Till next time, safe travelling. G'day again. We were just about to drive off from filming our caravan fraternity video, and we found Stephen over here with a sign on the back of the van that we wanted to talk to you about. So we've come over to say g'day.
Hey Rod.
How are you, mate?
Nice to meet you.
Where are you off at the moment on the way to?
We're going home to Albury.
And you're telling me you're an ex-firey and you're out teaching fire safety in nursing homes?
That's correct.
Oh, well done, mate.
Yep.
Excellent value.
Thank you.
Now, the reason that I've come over to talk to Stephen, I walked past the van, didn't see a sign on the front, and walked up to say g'day, said we were just filming about videos, and Stephen said, oh yes, we've got the sign on the back. Now, as you can see, he's done the right thing. Before you, very clever, 14 metres, the length of the van, excellent. It's got the name and channel 18. Now, you're standing at the moment through this camera about 1 metre from that sign, and I've said to Stephen, that's really good, but we want to see it at 500 metres. So what's your thought, Stephen?
Yes, well, I didn't realise, not understanding what truckies go through to, to see in front of them, and I thought I was doing the right thing, but obviously I'm only looking for the car driver, not the truck driver. And
look, you've made the effort, and we really appreciate that. A lot of vanners I talk to say that they understand truckies, and we're working on your holidaying, and we'll try and give you a fair go. But so what I've suggested to Stephen is, up on the top, a big channel 18, that one's still fine. It's really good for when you're in the caravan park and you want people to say g'day, walk up to you. But you imagine trying to read that at 500 metres, the intent is genuine, but it just won't do the job. And if the truckie can only read it from where you are there, then the message is lost. Now, I've also suggested to Stephen, put one on the front. Vanners coming the other way are more likely to call him up and say g'day. And now I've got to convince him of the worth of it and get him onto it.
Yep, I've taken that on board, Rod, and when I get home I'll make the effort to try and find someone that will make that appropriate sign up, and I'll do what you've suggested.
And the other thing is, of course, Stephen's gone to the trouble. He's got the Do Not Overtake Turning Vehicle signs on the back. We did mention that. He's got 14 metres long there, so he's well over the 7.5 capability. And again, if we can get to talk to people, if we can show them another view, and we can offer a little bit of common sense and advice, surely that's worth it. So till next time, thank you very much, Stephen.
Thanks, Rod. Thanks, Phil.
Appreciate the effort, and safe travelling till next time.